Welcome back, guys. My friends, do you believe that there is a place in the world where the sun forgets to both rise and set? People are forbidden to die, and everyone is ready to get naked and jump into ice lakes in the middle of winter at minus 20 degrees Celsius. It sounds like a myth, right? But that is completely real in a tiny country lying right next to the Arctic Circle, which is Norway, where people are shy about talking to strangers and do not go shopping on Sundays. And not to keep you guys waiting any longer right now, let's go explore 5 unique things only found in Norway, okay? Is Norway truly happy, my friends? Have you ever wondered what it is like to live in a place where the sun sometimes refuses to set below the horizon? And what about those long, dragging months when the light never returns? That is Norway, the land where light and darkness take turns ruling the whole sky. This country has an area of over 323,000 square kilometers, but only has about 5.6 million people living there, which means you can drive for tens of kilometers without meeting a single soul. Only mountains, glaciers, and deep valleys stretching out before your eyes. And amidst that freezing scenery, Norwegians are ranked among the group of happiest and most livable countries in the world, many times holding the top spot in global rankings. Speaking of Norway, you probably think of salmon immediately, right? Have you ever bought Norwegian salmon in the US? Yet Norwegian salmon sounds familiar, right? I personally see supermarkets selling it all the time. But did you know something? The salmon sushi famous all over the world is actually not from Japan but from Norway. Okay, it was the Norwegians who promoted salmon to the world, making this dish become incredibly famous. Locals here barely use cash anymore. Their official currency is the Norwegian krone, not the euro like many other European countries. But you can rest assured if you accidentally forget your wallet, it is no big deal. Just a single credit card. And you can pay for everything from taxi fare to a piping hot sausage on the roadside. Do you know Norway actually has 2 official languages? One is Bokmål Standard Norwegian, which is the most common variant used by over 85 to 90% of the Norwegian population. Reading this line makes me want to faint. 2 is Nynorsk New Norwegian, which is less common based on rural dialects of Western Norway. Even though fewer people use it, it is still an official language equal to Bokmål and mandatory in schools. But rest assured that almost every Norwegian speaks English very well. Okay, and if you have ever heard rumors that in Norway polar bears stroll down the street, then let me be honest, that is only in movies. In reality, no wild polar bears live on the Norwegian mainland at all. They only appear in Svalbard, a remote archipelago belonging to Norway, where the number of polar bears is even higher than humans. However, they rarely mess with humans. Because people here are gentle, and besides, what animal is crazy enough to mess with humans, right? The climate in Norway is just as unique. The coast is wet with constant rain and wind, while deep inland it is drier and colder, and in the Arctic, there are days so long that people forget what night feels like. There is no such thing as bad weather, only bad clothing. Norwegians often say that. In farms in the mountains, people just need to put food and drinks in a wooden box, placed on a small stream to cool them down, and that is it. And in Norway, there is a place where dying is not allowed and the sun neither sets nor rises, you guys. This is a place you can visit without a visa, so it is like a melting pot of many different cultures. That is the Svalbard archipelago. But you need a passport and must enter the Norwegian Schengen area first, okay? For those who do not know, here lies something of vital importance to the future of humanity. It is not coal, oil, or precious minerals, but the Svalbard Global Seed Vault, a giant backup bank containing over 1.3 million seed samples from almost every country in the world. Even North Korea is included. The Svalbard Seed Vault is built sinking more than 120 meters deep into the mountain, surrounded by a rock layer nearly 122 meters thick. This solid structure is designed to maintain ideal storage conditions at -1 degree Celsius stable humidity and completely isolated from all outside risks. The red lock looks just like something out of an apocalypse movie, right guys? Inside the vault are 3 main storage chambers, each capable of holding up to 3,000 boxes of seeds. Essential food crops like wheat, corn, rice, along with many other plant Varieties like wild strawberries and chili peppers are carefully preserved in sealed boxes, categorized, coded, and strictly monitored. Do you know in 2015, when the seed bank in Aleppo, Syria was destroyed due to civil war, Svalbard timely provided seed samples to restore agricultural production in the Middle East? See, in 2017, they planted these seeds in Lebanon and Morocco. The uniqueness of Svalbard does not stop there. Here lies Longyearbyen, the town where dying is forbidden, located about 1,050 kilometers from the North Pole, with only about 2,400 residents living in heart-stopping cold. Even though it is so remote, it has all the amenities, you guys, from supermarkets, cafes, schools, to hospitals, and so on. This is the only supermarket here. They even ban weapons inside the supermarket because locals here all carry guns to protect themselves. From polar bears. You will see bears everywhere, but mostly on warning signs, notices, or just stuffed polar bears. Real bears do not stroll down the street like in the movies. Then there is coffee, snowmobiles, and plenty of other stuff fully stocked. And Longyearbyen also forbids dying and giving birth too. The reason sounds pretty logical and very convincing, you guys. Anyone who is seriously ill must be moved off the island to pass away somewhere else. Regular burials are almost strictly forbidden because bodies do not decompose, but stay perfectly preserved in the ice. Plus, the permafrost will push the bodies up. Since the town is in the Arctic, the temperature year-round is usually around -15 degrees Celsius, sometimes dropping to -32 degrees 3 years later if descendants dig up the grave and see their ancestors still have their teeth, hair, and skin intact but pale. That would be a total brain shock, and you probably know that. When frozen viruses and bacteria thaw out, they can escape quickly, right? In 1990, when scientists exhumed some bodies to study the effects of permafrost, they discovered that in the body of a person who died from the flu in 1918, this deadly virus was still alive and active, perfectly preserved. Therefore, if someone has a terminal illness, they will be taken off the island to another place by plane or ship to live out their remaining days. If unfortunately someone does not leave the town in time, then that body will be cremated and the remains kept in a sealed urn. But this is really difficult because residents here need to apply for a state permit. There is a hospital here, but it also bans women from giving birth because the hospital does not have enough equipment to deliver babies. 1 month before giving birth, they will transfer pregnant women to Tromsø, the nearest town in Norway, by helicopter, plus to protect the fragile ecosystem. Longyearbyen also applies strict laws on pets. Cats are usually banned due to the risk of harming native birds and spreading disease. Another special thing about this town is that every year there are 4 months when the sun does not rise, and 4 months when the sun does not set. From late April to late August is when the sun does not set here, and on those days the sun will not rise high but stays on the horizon for 24 hours. At that time you will witness the spectacle of the midnight sun. From October to January, the sun will not rise here. Night covers everything for 24 hours. If you are here during this time, you can experience going to work during the day but having to wear a reflective vest. The town at 2 p.m. is just pitch black. That is the reason why the entire town of Longyearbyen has to use electricity from a coal power plant. That is also why it emits 40 tons of CO2 per person per year. And the weirdness of Norway does not stop there. Here, prisoners go to jail like going on vacation, you guys, seriously. When arriving at this prison, do not mistake it for a resort, okay? Halden Prison is a cluster of buildings located inside a high winding wall and surrounded by a forest of spruce, pine, and blueberry, and has a church library, hospital, gym, soccer field, and a recording studio too, you guys. The road to the prison is just so beautiful, and you can reach the prison after passing through 2 iron gates. When meeting for the first time, guards even politely shake hands with prisoners, then immediately remove the handcuffs. Is this really a prison cell, guys? It looks more like a hotel room, incredibly clean. Equipped with a TV fridge, bed closet, and even has a private bathroom too. On top of that, the windows are vertical, so prisoners catch more sunlight. You would think you need 3 lifetimes of good karma to be jailed in Halden, and the cherry On top is that they hang famous paintings in the hallway for prisoners to admire. I am over 30 years old already, but this is the first time I have seen a prison like this. This guy was sentenced to 17 years for murder here, yet now he is sitting on the sofa talking to the guard like a boss in prison. Sitting on the sofa, but not lonely at all. Okay, this handsome guy wearing clothes like a normal person is also in here for murder, but wandering in the hallway makes me think he is a prison staff member. The prison has nearly 260 inmates only, but up to 350 guards, mostly women too, because people worry that male guards will oppress prisoners. Now they are even sitting playing cards with the guards here. As for food, prisoners cook for themselves and they buy their own groceries at the supermarket inside the prison. The first important question is, where does the money come from? The answer is that inside the prison there are workshops, small factories to create jobs for inmates. This man committed rape and has been in prison for over 5 years, but is currently working as an amazing chef inside. If the family has nothing but money to send in, then the prisoner does not need to work. They will spend that time sleeping, watching TV, or recording music like this. Who knows, maybe right after getting out, they will debut immediately. When there is a riot, if the guards cannot persuade the prisoner through the small cell door slot, they will rush into the cell and subdue them. To avoid the psychological impact of a rough arrest on other prisoners, the prison also built underground tunnels through which prisoners can be secretly moved to a separate room. If the prisoner still refuses to cooperate, guards will tie him to a small bed so he cannot move. This is the worst thing Halden Prison can do to punish a prisoner. And that only happened once in over 10 years since the prison was built. This prison went into operation in 2010. Okay, and, of course, with such amazing conditions and services, almost no prisoner wants to cause trouble with the guards. Under such a humane management system, the recidivism rate of prisoners released from Halden is truly the lowest in the world. The reoffending rate in Norway was 70% 30 years ago, but now it is only 20%. However, all of that comes with expensive operating costs. Each prisoner costs about $120,000 per year. If a prisoner commits a crime again after being here for 10 years, it is like $1.2 million has been spent in vain. As a result, Halden Prison has sparked controversy, and many believe the government should spend money to improve the lives of ordinary citizens instead of wasting it on these criminals. Despite all those doubts, the manager still affirms that prison should be a place to rehabilitate the prisoner's mind rather than a place to make them suffer. What about you? Do you think prison should be comfortable or harsh? Leave your opinion in the comment section below to share with everyone. Okay, another activity in Norway that I bet you guys will like is naked ice bathing. In the middle of freezing winter, when the temperature can drop to -20 degrees Celsius, Norwegians choose a way to make the rest of the world drop their jaws in amazement. That is, they jump splash right into ice lakes to bathe you. Guys, and what is even more shocking is that most of them bathe completely naked too. It sounds crazy, but in Norway, that is a ritual of rebirth, okay? Locals here believe that when you dare to face the numbing cold of ice and snow, the body will be purified. The mind becomes alert and stronger than ever. Ice bathing usually starts with carving a round hole in the thick layer of ice covering the lake. It looks no different than a giant mouth waiting for the first brave person. They take off all their clothes, just draping a towel temporarily, or nothing at all, then gently slide down into the bone-chilling water. But instead of screaming, Norwegians breathe deeply and stay calm. The special thing is, they do not do it to get attention, but because this is a lifestyle that has existed for hundreds of years already. In the Viking Age, warriors, after fighting, often bathed in cold water to wash away fatigue and regain energy. Now, that tradition still exists, is just more modern, that is all. People ice bathe after a sauna or simply gather friends on the weekend so we can freeze together. If you have ever walked along the lakes in Oslo or nearby areas in winter, you will see middle-aged men, women, and even old people enthusiastically jumping into the lake as if it were summer. Science actually backs that up too. Researchers show that soaking in ice water helps boost the immune system, improve blood circulation, and reduce stress and depression. Maybe that is why Norwegians, despite living in a cold and dark land for half the year, are still one of the happiest people in the world. Besides ice bathing in the sauna, Norwegians also get naked. Okay, walking into the sauna, do not be startled. Norwegians are super comfortable with nudity. Seriously. Also, saunas can be mixed gender, men and women naked together. It sounds strange at first, but Norwegians value the non-sexual nature of the sauna. It is considered a space to purify both the mind and body, good for health. Usually there are separate days or times if you want a sauna with only men or women. In Norway, there are floating saunas like this. Usually you have to shower before entering the sauna. This helps wash away dirt, lotion, or creams on the skin. Showers are usually in the locker room on the way to the main sauna area. There are many different types of saunas you can find when coming to Norway. No matter the type, the normal temperature of a traditional sauna is not below 65.5 degrees Celsius, and the max is 90 degrees, mostly around 80 degrees. You guys note that when entering the sauna, remember the 1010 rule for beginners, okay? Spend 10 minutes in the heat, then 2 minutes in the cold, then rest 10 minutes, just keep alternating like that. Exploring for a while. Now you guys probably feel hungry like me, right? Right now, let's go experience the cuisine in Norway, okay? Unique and strange Norwegian dishes. If you think Norwegian cuisine is all about salmon, then you are right, but that is only half the story. First off, it is true that Norwegian salmon, the national culinary icon, has gone all over the world. Even the salmon sushi you eat in Japan actually originates from Norway, not Tokyo, okay? Norwegians have diverse ways to prepare salmon, eating it raw, grilled, smoked, or cured into gravlax, a dish that is both delicate and fatty, combined with black bread and characteristic mustard. And you know what? In Norway, this dish is not considered a luxury at all, but a daily dish, just like white rice in our country. Usually I cannot eat raw salmon, but seeing this smoked salmon makes me crave it immediately. But if you step out onto the street food is also delicious. Imagine in the cold of -10 degrees Celsius, you are holding a piping hot sausage wrapped in soft bread. Mustard sauce is dripping onto your fingertip and you lick it off. That is pølse, the national street food. You just need to spend about 29 krone, which is about $3 to have one to enjoy already. And if you want to try something with a strong Norwegian smell, look, rakfisk, salmon, or mountain trout fermented for months. Sometimes they feel like fermenting it for a whole year until the fish juice secretes out. When fermented enough, the fish will have a super strong rotten smell, but it is a popular dish at Christmas, replacing turkey. Equally important is lutefisk cod, soaked in lye until it becomes almost transparent. Before eating, you sprinkle some salt on it, then put it in the fridge to let the water drain out faster. Okay, then take it out to steam or bake and eat it with potatoes, mashed peas, and bacon. Add a bit of grated brown cheese and it is just chef's kiss. Finally, dessert with vafler, soft, fragrant heart-shaped waffles served with sour cream and strawberry jam. Delicious! Dig in, guys, and our journey exploring Norway ends here. If you know any other unique things about Norway, then please share in the comments section below. Okay, thank you guys for watching the content up to this very moment, and now goodbye and see you guys again in the next interesting videos. Bye-bye!